Well, obviously we started with a very successful show and a very popular show here at Epcot Center. What we've tried to do is to take a number of the new technologies that we've developed over the last 10 years, and particularly the figure animation area, and update the show technically to give our actors the ability to give an even greater performance than they give currently. And then in addition to that, 10 years of history have gone by since we opened the show, and there's 10 years of history we've tried to include into our show now with the reworking and redoing of a section of the show called The Golden Dream, which is a film montage that deals with history from 1945 up to present time. And what we've tried to do is give our performers the ability to do an even greater performance than they've previously done. So their actions, their emotions, their movements will be even more fluid and more lifelike than they were before. But the actual dialogue that the show's performers deliver is the same dialogue that they've delivered previously. So it's how they deliver it, how they're able to relate to one another through the mechanical devices that we've included into them now. And secondly, as we were talking also, the film, we're going to update a section of the film that deals with the history from 1945 to present time, which now encompasses the last 10 years. Well, I think we've probably doubled and tripled the number of images that we had in the show previously. And many of the show's images that we had originally, we've reused, and we've added a number of new ones for the period of history up to 1975, 1980, and then all the images dealing with that part of history are all new. Well, I would say we've taken a figure like Will Rogers and given him the ability to tip his hat back, as he was known to do. A number of his mannerisms, the speed with which he can move now as a figure, really captures a great deal more of the personality that Will Rogers really had. And obviously, with all of our figures where we have documentation of the existing individual, like Will Rogers, we have a lot of film documentation. We're able to really study him, and our animators are really able to take the physical characteristics and traits and move them into the figure. And this new technology really allows us to do that even more. Also, the ability for the actor to the performer to work close with the set around him. We're able to create much more lifelike relationship with writing on a desk, or appear to be shaking hands with one another, things like that. We all talk to them and get upset with them when they don't work, just like when actors deliver their lines wrong. So there's very much that kind of relationship. And it's interesting because really the relationship that we have is from director to actor. The actor is really the animator that's sitting at the console working these figures. And it's their personality as well as what they're grasping from the actual individual we're trying to recreate. Their personality all put together and focused into this machine. Yeah, I think we've definitely brought 10 years worth of Disney magic back into this show and given it an even greater show value.